Hi, good evening. Today we'll be discussing about what do I do to get the mid-career professionals unstuck and feel fulfilled. So that has been the question of many when people get depressed. Sorry about the cold. Depressed. Then what do they do to feel fulfilled and unstuck? So this is Sangeeta, and today we'll be discussing about how what is my process to help people get unstuck and feel fulfilled. All right. So uh, I have been in this area of like say energizing people for say since 2008, and so far I have trained about 18,000 people who are on their own. So they are not very educated. See, incidentally, I found it was such in my life that most of us actually we don't utilize our university degree or education more than 25 to 30%. So rest of the thing we learn while working, and of course our sensibility and the way we analyze things and approach to things that gets evolved when we go for college, school and college education and university degree partly, but it is mainly life, how we approach and go through life and solve all of our problems that helps us. So that is what resourcefulness is. That is what I call as resourcefulness, which stems from 2 to 3 skills that we inherently have by birth, because we are unique. Every human being is very unique. They have their own personality type, and they also have some skills. And along with that, whatever experience they have in life, when they combine that, it becomes a unique kind of resourcefulness for each person. So, the solutions are also different, right? But the basic thing, basic training that one needs to undergo when they get troubled by whatever is happening around. Suppose uh, uh, Suppose it is a job change that you are thinking of. Workplace issues are many, but if you are thinking of a job change, then the day you decide to quit your job and to get into another job, it might take 6 months to 5 years time. The job that you are looking for is not going to land immediately. Do you agree with me? So if you agree, then put agree in the chat and let me know that you agree. So what do you do during that 6 months to 5 years time when you are searching for your dream job? There is no guarantee if you in a haste to get another job, the job environment might be the same as it is here right now. So unless you overcome those problems which you are facing here at this workplace, you are again going to face another set of challenge, maybe a different set of challenges. Workplaces are not 100% excellent, right? That will not be 100% according to your dream. They might be to 90 to 95%, but at least 5% will be there, something where you will learn. And it will be like so. Unless it is like that, you are not going to learn, right? A seller who hasn't faced any cyclone or any flood or any emergency kind of situation is not a skilled seller. So you will not be skilled unless you face challenge. So if challenges are the normal, no, new normal or the normal of normal life, then what is so abnormal about facing it? And why should we be so upset about it? And what I have when I tell people, when I point this out to my friends, they also can see through that it is kind of uh, within control and one can handle it. So how it is handled? If suppose you are working, like the industry data is like 20% people who are thinking of quitting a job, they usually are productive just by 20%. So if you are just 20% productive, you are not going to achieve huge success, right? So if you are not going to achieve huge success, who is to be blamed? It is you, rather. So most of the time, it is us to be blamed. So if you suppose you get into another job and the other person asks that what has been your achievement during last 2 years, what will you say? Because you were not productive during those time, right? So it is you who can actually decide what will be the workplace situation to a greater extent. You can decide, and the clue to that is to become resourcefulness. If you are sticking to your job profile, yesterday I discussed about the 12 areas of employee engagement, which will give you some clue and also your employer some clue. But it is not the entirely the job profile that has been designed for you that is responsible. You can actually make a more meaningful job profile out of it if you are interested. So let us see how, from where I am coming and what are the situations. Let me share the screen. uh, is this the one? Just give me a second. I'm so sorry. So that is what mid-career professionals face when they when they are into a job change, when they are facing problems at workplace, when they are facing some kind of issues at personal life. Just give me another moment. So here is the PPT. Let me share it. Get on being resourceful. Uh, and which identity is close to your heart? So there are 16 kinds of personality type that you can check. I'll be sharing the lead magnet also, where you can take some clue and check your personality type. But here are a few of the personality type which I am looking for to train. These people are trendsetters, they are achievers, they love to be in logistics space, they are into planning, facilities, and so on and so forth. So which kind of personality type you are? So every personality will have a problem of their own depending on the situation, right? The way I'll respond to a situation will not be the same as another person who is a different personality type, right? So the next is the problems areas I have listed. If you see, the white ones are uh, related to your workplace issues. The pink ones are not directly related to workplace issues, but these are the issues which hamper your workplace performance as well. And those have nothing to do with your workplace environment. It might have an indirect impact on you, and because of which there has been a chain reaction going on inside your mind, which is why maybe whatever has been resulted is one of these problems, but those are not directly related. So if it is not workplace issues, then how do you resolve? It is not the other person, it is not the workplace which is responsible. Who is responsible then? It is we, right? And in this world we can control ourselves only. We can change ourselves only. And workplaces are the potent areas where a change happens. Social change also happens, and also the change within our personality also happens. We can become a bigger personality, a bigger um, person, a resource for our workplace, or we 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 may not be the person, we may not be up to the mark, and we may accept defeat. So these are the problems. Like say fear of change. It is a personality issue, right? It's a mindset issue. This can be overcome. And because of change, fear of change, you are not going for disruption, innovation, or any breakthrough. Do you realize that? You will always be comfortable in your comfort zone. That means you are not taking risk. If you are not taking risk, you are not a leader. You are not asking for bigger opportunity. Whatever is going on, you are okay with that. And with that, the growth doesn't happen because the world is changing every day, right? So these are the three secrets I work with. The first secret is the resourceful person wins continuous recognition and growth. Recently, I was watching a video wherein the 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 person was saying that big companies like IBM, they will be recruiting resourceful people rather than qualified people, because that is cheaper and people will learn faster and they will be more relevant to the workplace rather than mm, uh, like say recruiting anybody with high qualification and they will not be exactly a fit into the workplace issues. So resourceful people will be recruited and that is the next normal. That is the trend which is coming. So we better be prepared for that. The second is how to succeed and achieve your goals despite organization related struggles. Organization is a different place than your home, and maybe a different culture is there. Maybe there is a fit to which you are getting into, but maybe there will be something, the work culture, like say recently, last 5 years, my last job that I have joined, the workplace is the culture is not so very um, um, so amenable to decision making. So I had to tweak my style of decision making. I take a decision and I offer that to the management as something to debate amongst themselves and reach to a conclusion. That is the tweaking I did. So it was not a direct decision making from me. It has to be deliberated by other people and they have to arrive at. They have to tell me why they are not agreeing to my decision. So sometimes I may see a better perspective also. So I have to be agreeable to this kind of situation, right? This is a change that one needs to do. Otherwise, it will be a struggle. Like say, I can say crib about not being allowed to make decision in this workplace. That will ruin my peace of mind, and again I will feel stuck, right? Instead, I just adopted into a new approach and just gave them this scope to deliberate on the decision, and that's it. And then the third secret is to stay relevant without feeling burnt out. So how do you um, in my case, like say when you are resourceful, people will ask you to do this, do that, and so many things because you are not a single. You are enthusiastic, and so people will try to engage you in whatever they are doing. So ultimately, you will see that you are getting into so many things other than your core portfolio. See, that is an opportunity for you to grow horizontally, right? So you will learn so many things. But how many things can you cater to? Ultimately, you have to devise a portfolio of yours and get into depth, right? For example, my experience has been with income enhancement, with quality life, sustainability, and financial literacy, capacity building, and all this, right? So I have always built teams around these issues, and sustainability is where I had directly worked along with the agriculture sector. Now, and disaster resilience also, under that I have worked on affordable housing for economically weaker section. Now what I have done is I have concised them into one slogan which is about affordable housing, which will be solar efficient, disaster resilient, and sustainable. So all my experiences have now come together. I have to work on different segments, but the core will be affordable housing, a roof over the head of the economically weaker section who are facing disaster like cyclones and floods repeatedly. So this is the third secret. And the blueprint is, I call it as drip. If you drip along with a hub tool, The tool you have to learn is attitude, habit, action, and perception. And what you have to do is you have to know, identify your own USP, which is unique selling proposition, which differentiates you. And second is resilience. You have to build on those skills and whatever uniqueness you have, right? So you have to be consistently resilient. You have to build on that over a certain period of time so as to make it your unique selling proposition with some credibility, right? Consistency and credibility are the two things which includes resilience. And the third is influence. So once you have a skill of your own, then with that you can make a lot of difference to your organization. That is when you influence the management. Like I now have a separate recognition about affordable housing and renewable energy and sustainability, like livelihoods and income enhancement, all those things, because I have made them into a slogan. Now that is what my googly is, my brahmastra is. With that actually I influence people, and that is my portfolio now. And prominence is, as a leader, you have to also bring on your second wrong leaders into capable leaders. Because if you are to move on, then those people should be there who will take over. And it is always the first responsibility of a leader to grow the second rank leaders to his or her rank, her capabilities. That is what a leadership is. He empowers and makes the second rank capable enough to take over, so that he or she moves on to a bigger portfolio. That is the norm. That should be the norm of leadership. So that is the prominence. So if you are able to, as soon as you teach and make them capable, you grow to another level, right? So that is what I call as prominence, and it requires a lot of flexibility in the personality. Your perception has to be positive. Your action has to be positive and empowering. Your habits should be uh, very systematic, very disciplined, and it should give people um, the space to grow, right? So these when actually I'm looking for that. I am looking to grow people like that, so that the people can take over and make workplace, not only workplace, the whole world a better place to live. What I have done is, I have seen from my experience, it just takes 4 years of dedicated work to make a place from food scarce to food sufficient. The place which didn't have enough food to eat was food sufficient within 4 years. If that is so, then the whole world will be transformed within no time if this group of people are trained, just as I have evolved this training method. That is what I have done to 18,000 people, but I cannot train them physically. So that is why I have opted for this online method, where I can talk to lot many people at the same time, right? So this is the blueprint with which you can grow. Now, the action plan, I have divided into 10 main categories, which we'll be discussing when you will be coming to my course. When you come into my course, and it is it is the 10 module course that I offer. And with that course, what you will become? Uh, Story of your uh, invisible uniqueness which escaped you so far. That will be very apparent to you. The summit of achievement and wisdom that had many failures. You might have failures which are your achievements actually, which you don't know. Help your boss discover the ultimate clue towards his stardom. Help your boss. Look at your colleagues with a different set of assumptions. Make up with your colleagues so that you can develop a very, very strong team. Realize the pre-wedding days with your spouse. Resolve your differences with your spouse. Home should be strong so that you can contribute very strong at workplace. Identify the one thing which you want right in this moment to be happy. What do you aspire for? Write that down. Most of the time we don't know. When somebody asks, what do you aspire for? You don't have any idea about what do you want, right? And what all you would like to be doing next 90 days, your aspirations, right? In 90 days, write down what all can you achieve. Some will require a longer term, but within 90 days, if you can do something, then do that, right? You have to start your journey. Undergone a very bad day today, turn it into a positive story. Why a bad thing happens with us? It gives us some learning, right? Somebody said कि there was no bad day. Like say if somebody behaves very bad, he gives us a learning. Somebody does something destructive to us, it is a lesson. And somebody behaves very good, then it is a blessing. It's a gift. Like that, we can take life and move on, right? Tell a story as to how your action changed a troublesome person to your best supporter. So every day this can happen. Like every day you might face, if it is a toxic environment right now, you might face something like this, and that can be changed into a positive story every day. That requires some trick. Being known for being a proactive person, contribute wherever you can. So whatever the other person does, it doesn't matter. Be proactive and contribute. Do the next right step. Become a go-to person. Build your reputation further. So everybody should know that you are the person who can give them a solution. Spread to 5 areas of specialty and then integrate to build depth. So 5 areas you need to identify where you should spread out during your formative years and then build depth, as I had given the affordable housing example. Continue to build that identity, ensure being leadership material. So when you grow and also help people grow, you are a leadership material. Nobody wants you to let go. They will retain you at all cost, all cost. So the summary of whatever I do is it is part of you will feel the problem is feeling stuck, unfulfilled or sidelined. So it is basically personality development that I do, and the focus is resourceful influence. That is what I build. This is for mid-career professionals, but if you are very brilliant, then you are immediately, even if you are a fresher, you can fit into this. And the method I used is AHAP method as I described, and my system is resourceful influencing with AHAP method, and this is for mid-career professional. And my club where you will get into is resourceful influencer club. And initially I want you to come into this group of trendsetters to go-getters so that you get value, And if you feel like getting into further into my course, then you can come to Resourceful Influencer Club, and there is a free YouTube resource like this. This video will go to my YouTube, so you can access this YouTube resource for free. So you can subscribe to my YouTube. So I'm Sangeeta, and I'm a, like my mentor says it, I am the founder of the Uniqueness Career Club. I am on a mission to help 1 lakh mid-career professionals achieve power using AHP method. I am the creator of the Resourceful Influence Blueprint and Recognition Career Challenge. And this is my course, flagship course, one flagship course which is Leadership Growth Bundle, and with 5 bonuses with internal patterns, uh, mindfulness, process versus result, delegate appropriate, and joypreneurship. This says about make your last few days here unique, what you do which nobody can replicate, how would you create your enterprise while in job, how to reach an unpublished job. Internal patterns, I teach how to have the morning thought, um, why to build a big team with divergent beliefs and behaviors, deal mindset at a workplace of 3 months duration, new insight to fine-tuning the goal, what can make you worth more. Mindfulness is about soul search, be and have a third party syndrome, being in silence while working, morning and bedtime gratitude, ABC plans are 3 models to execute, managing ambiguity. And delegate appropriate is a bonus which comes to you for free, which is about mentoring, you mentoring at workplace, which is about second rank nurturing. The fish gets to swim and the bird to fly. You have to give and recognize the potential according to their capability. You have to assign them roles. Engineer to master and star and beyond. Get more by regular self-evaluation, acknowledge contribution. The process versus result is about continuous upgrade. The race starts from a marathon. Inherent attitude to put process first ahead of win. Raise the bar, elevate standards, mindset reset, positive angle to each story. Face criticism to learn the other perspective. Pursuing with integrity, core intentions. And joypreneurship, creative diversion, direction with passion, investing in a new skill, monetizing the skill, teach while learning, social cause, social enterprise, uh, and start small, inhabit the world, spread globally. It is a minimum 15 outcome course. You will get 15 outcome according to your problem, right? Whatever problem you have, you will get a solution to that, and subsequently we can uh, get into other specialties also. And I take online classes, 15 classes for each of you, but it is a lifelong support system that I am building within my Resourceful Influencer Club. So that is what I have to offer. And if you want to get into my club, then you can you can join my webinar another time, or reach out to me, wherein we can discuss and get into the course and start getting ahead and get going, right? Thank you. So this is all about my course, and which is the method how what I use to help you get unstuck and feel fulfilled. Within this course, I'm sure I know you will start feeling good. So the moment I talk to people, I give a free session. When I talk to people, I give a free session, and at the end of the free session, people start feeling good. They know that whatever they are doing, I that is good. Nobody does anything bad intentionally, right? So you should know your intention, why you are doing, and the other perspective also, why you are feeling bad. So let us discuss it when you come to my course. And thank you for listening and watching this video. And if you are watching this video right now, you can say alive, or if you are watching after some time, then say replay. Hashtag replay. Thank you.